In this video, we are going to learn about responding to our URL parameters through our API request. For suppose we have this tours data. When we are fetching with get API, we are getting all these IDs, all the tours. But if you want a single tour, for example, I need this ID 7 tour, then how we can parse this ID in our URL and we can access to that single URL through the get API. Let me show in our see in postmap. This is our URL. If I enter /5, I need only fifth tour. In that way we can access. Let us write an API app dot get similar to the get API which we have written above. Same URL you can copy the root of the URL and then my bad quotations. Uh, Now after this you can give slash and this ID, this colon. If you give this colon ID or colon X colon Y, any name you can give, you can pass this afterwards. So let me give here ID. So this ID is a dynamic variable you can pass from the request body. Let me show you. Now call the function with similar to above request and response. So now we got let us log the, we have a parameter called request.params so that we can access the all the parameters of this request which we are which we are sending. For example, I am going to postman and I am accessing this get API with this send, it is sending request. Now see here in our console we have logged this, see ID 5 which we have sent here 5. This is the request parameter which we have sent in this URL colon ID. If we send slash some other DJ, then if you go to our URL and give slash 23, then you can, if you again send, then see, sorry I have not saved this, now save and again send. Now see the ID and DJ23 same. You can give, if you search only file, then it will give definitely an error because we are in this URL we are sending two dynamic variables, but here only we are sending file. So this type of get API is not there. That is why it is giving directly an error. So now remove this. We need only ID. So what is ID? So ID is nothing but this is an object requested params. In that ID is a key value pair. So let us store that const ID equal to request dot params dot id. But if you see this id is looking as a string value, so simply to convert any number that is looking like a string, to convert this into number, simply multiply with 1, then it will convert in this string number into original number with type number. That is, now we need only the tours which is we are passing with id. So let us find the tour. In JavaScript we have a method, an arrays find method. So let us create that const tour equal to all tours dot find. This method will find only, it will receive a callback like function. For suppose in this every tour will go, every tour object, in that if element which we are sending that id equals to our own id which we are passing from request. Then that tour will store in this tour variable. Now after storing that, just send the response dot send status first. Status which is a success, so just give 200 and then send json response. Json of that object which we want to send as a response. First status, let us say status is success, and data is nothing but here we are sending only one tour, so tour colon tour, key value is same, so we can simply specify only tour. Now let us save and go to our postman and access this API. Now let us say I am accessing fifth id. Then if you send, see, status success, and that fifth tour has been sent as a response. See, only fifth tour id 5. If I send 6, then click send. See, status success, and now the tour divine test. What if I send like some greater number 25? We have only 10 or 11 tours, right? So data is not coming, but status is coming as success. And if you see 200, okay, this is completely wrong. It should give some error like 404, and here it should show status some failures or anything. So let us write that condition now. If tour is not getting, here write a one more condition. If there is no tour, we can write simply not tour. If the tour is not existing, then response dot status 404 for suppose not found, and then json response we can send in an object. Status for example is fail, and message invalid id, something like that. Now save it and go to postman. Now send this 25. See, status fail and message is invalid, and status code is 404 not found. That's it. This is the way you can access to single tours or any wanted ones which you want to access through URL request params. Thank you.